I'm resetting the NHL to a fantasy draft and will be selecting 20 players to build my team. Today, there will be no restrictions. It is an absolute free-for-all. I can pick whoever I want, whenever I want. After all the selections have been made, we will simulate through a season on NHL 25 franchise mode with the hopes of winning a Stanley Cup. Today, I am a man on a mission. I want to win that Stanley Cup. Let's find out what team we are going to be representing for that. It is the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to leave the salary cap on, which even if you go over it, they just adjust you. I don't know how they pull that off, but they do it. And last and certainly least, we have Jabroni, who still thinks he's going to be able to edit my lines. I don't know what's giving me this intel, but I feel that we're going to have a high draft pick. So I'm going to say we get number 7, and let's see how wrong I am. 22. Not even close. I'm going to double down on the goalies don't really matter as long as you have good defense. And I think I'm going to start off with Marner because he usually simulates really well. So with that, we have our first pick. Wow, there's a lot of really good options here still. I don't know what I expected, but I feel like recently I've seen Tage Thompson simulate really well. So I might grab him next. Actually, I will not be doing that. I'm going to get Jason Robertson because he's a sniper and that would be optimal for Marner. We could throw any center in there. We should be okay. This man is 88 overall. With 5 abilities, absolutely loaded up and on a good contract. I think that he is our next selection. I want to take Cirelli to be our first line center, but he has no abilities and I feel like that affects chemistry and I'm not really sure how much chemistry actually weighs into the simulation, but I'm not going to test it today. Bo Horvat has 89 faceoffs. That first line is gross. Speaking of being good in the dot, Vinny Roach right here, 87 overall. He has that ability. I don't know what it's called, but I assume it has something to do with faceoffs. And his rating is 90. So I'm going to select him to be our second line centerman. Again, like I said, I want to have a solid defensive core. We have Matheson right here, 87. And he's a left defenseman, two-way D-man. I like it. How about a little second line power forward action with Mason Marchment? Yeah. I love that Kane is somehow still completely loaded with abilities. Another two-way D-man, Colton Parayko. This guy is a beast. Let's sign him up. Oh, Lindholm is also stacked with abilities. How about that? He's only 84 overall, 7.7 though. Wow. All right, maybe never mind. Second line sniper, Jordan Eberle, who says no. We could also take Zook, but I feel like I'd rather have a sniper on that second line. So we will be going with Jebberly. Matt Grzelcyk, 84 overall, super solid. And he's on a very good deal as well, which can afford us to get other players. I want to try to get Tanev because he's awesome at blocking shots. So I just scooped up Grzelcyk. Let's see if he's still there. I also just realized we have not taken a goaltender yet, which I know I said I'm not going to prioritize a goalie, but like we should probably get one, you know? Christopher is still here. Let's go. We could go with the GOAT. Marcus Andrade Flower, an absolute legend of the game. Yeah. How about some Evan Rodriguez action? Playmaker. On second thought, how about some Blake Coleman action? Oh yeah. I'm also going to get Scott Lawton, 84 faceoffs. We are going to be set when it comes to winning draws. Just want to do a double take on our handedness here for defense. So we got a right D-man, left D-man, right, and a left. So we need one more left defense guy. This might be him. In fact, you know what? It is. Looking to add a little bit of grit to our bottom 6 here. We got Michael Asimont. He is a center grinder, 75 faceoffs. Not the best. He could also play on the right side, though. Who should our backup netminder be? How about this lad? Daniil Tarasov, 6'5". He is only 25, 79 overall. You can back up Flower. Sure you can. I believe in you. Another depth grinder, you say. And he was also drafted by the Phoenix Coyotes. Yeah, I am very aware it's Phoenix. Thank you for that. Well, Jordan, what do you think? Do you want to be a part of the team? Too bad. Here is our penultimate pick, Keegan Colasar. I specifically sorted by the physicality category, and he's 80 overall. What a beast. Would have been nice to take Foligno, but cap space is not it right now. I've got a crazy one for you. We have Olivier. Another grinder. If we're not the toughest team in the NHL, I don't know who is. I feel like this team has a bit of everything. We've got some younger players. We've got some veteran players. We've got toughness. Defense is unbelievable. We've got some more offensive-minded defense, some shutdown D guys. Could this be the one? I suppose you could argue that we're weak in net, but how dare you say that about the GOAT? Moment of truth. Let's see what these lines are looking like. Do we have good chemistry? Jabroni is going to pop up rudely and interrupt me. I'm a big fan of this +2 down here. Asimont, Olivier, and Colasar. Love it. Quite confident that Scott Laughton had better faceoffs than Blake Coleman, so I don't know what this game is doing. They're both center/left wing. What are we trying here? I want to win faceoffs. I don't love that our second line is a 0, but it's better than being red. And I think that having a +5 on the first line makes up for that. What if we move Trocheck up? Nope, not happening. We are leaving it exactly as is. Can we please have good defensive chemistry? Yeah, kinda. Why is McNabb up on the first pair? Do these two not get along? Oh, they don't. Ooh, okay. Don't know how I feel about that. This could be okay, though, because McNabb could be sort of holding back more defensively, whereas Rasmus Andersson could step up into the play, and then we've got a dirty second pair, Parayko and Matheson. And this fourth pair, Tanev and Grzelcyk, I'm all for it. Tending the goal, hopefully. Fleury, backed up by Tarasov. I'm going to go out on a limb, as I do, and say that Mitch Marner gets the most points with 99. We're not going to quite break 100, but we'll be right there. This team is going to earn 49 dubs en route to a Stanley Cup. Conversation with Martin St. Louis. I'm going to let you do your thing. I trust you. Here we go, lads. It is time to enter the simulation station, and we are off to a mighty fine start. Ottawa pounded us, but we bounced right back with a win over the Penguins and a win over the LA Kings. How dare you break up my momentum, Central Scout? You're fired. Who's gonna tell bro that it's a 1-year sim? You know what I mean? We came out of the gate hot, and we have just taken an ice bath. Oh no. We're like bad. I don't care. Matheson, you are getting moved up here. He doesn't like it, but maybe I could try to talk to him. Is that a thing you can do? Move Grzelcyk up as well. McNabb and Tanev play together. Michael Matheson, any topic. I can talk about whatever I want. We're going to discuss some on-ice tactics. I don't want to change his position. Play style, let's talk about your style of play. Let's go over for the lines. Okay, so I think scheme fit is the one we want to go for here. Nice. Line 1. Understood. I love that from you. What an absolute team player. Imagine he's like fuming he gets promoted to the first line. Like, I don't want to play all this time. What is going on here? And just like that, it is fixed. We have a +1. Maybe I could try to boost up this second line as well. Eberle, you want to have a quick chat? On ice play. Scheme fit. Oh my word. Line 2. Yes. Absolutely phenomenal. Most likely pushing my luck right now. I'm going to try with Marchman as well. On ice play. Scheme fit. Come on. Oh, he didn't like it. All right. End conversation. Doesn't hurt to try. So how about Vincent Trocheck? You want to be on the second line? You sure do. On ice play. Scheme fit. Don't you? Oh, he failed as well. You know what though? We got that second line up to a +2. By talking to Eberle. So I am loving it. What about these guys? Should we really go for it? It only has to work with one person. Scott Laughton. Beautiful. Line 3. You are my guy. What about you, Blake? Balake? Okay, we are cooking here. This third line is going to be absolutely outstanding. Wait. Oh, you want to be higher in the lineup? Come on, man. I've talked to my guys, and this is an absolute masterclass. We have a +5, +2, +1, and +2. And defensively now, we should be pretty good. +1 and +3. Outstanding. Let's get back to simming. Both Tanev and McNabb were like, I kind of want to play higher in the lineup. Like, fam, have you seen our decor? You're not going anywhere. Oh, the New York Islanders have fired Patrick Waugh, but then I think I have to redo all of the chemistry stuff, so I think I'm just gonna keep going. I mean, maybe I should. This team just stinks. What's going on here? I just got our chemistry all sorted out, and you guys are gonna go out and give me that kind of effort? St. Louis even has a good team fit, so I really don't know what's going on here. Personally, I thought I drafted a pretty good team, but evidently, I couldn't be more wrong. Now, hold on a second here. That is 6 straight wins. We do get deleted by the Detroit Red Wings, but that's okay. It's bound to happen eventually, and we bounce back with a win. Okay, we are cooking right now. Starting to be really happy with my choice to stick with Martin St. Louis. He was the better rated coach, and he also had a better team fit, so there would have been no point really other than pettiness. We're in 4th in the division right now. it is still very much open. The whole playoff motto is you just got to get in, and then anything could happen. Once you're into the dance, you never know. Let's not blow it here. Don't you dare. We've lost 3 games straight, 4. There's no way we end up missing playoffs. Well, you know what? There's definitely a way. Like, this is ridiculous, man. Win a hockey game. How do we go on that big stretch winning pretty much 3 of every 4 games, and now we can't buy a win? Thank you. That was a big one, too. Another win? Close out strong. 40 dubs? 41, how about? I don't say no. We didn't make it, did we? I don't like this game. We had 1, 5, 6, 7 straight losses. Way to go, guys. I love that this draft had no restrictions and somehow it ended up worse than one of the drafts that does. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't go. Today, she didn't go. The Stanley Cup final is between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Dallas Stars. Here we are with a measly 89 points, so we weren't even close to getting 3rd in the division, but we could have possibly had a wild card. We'll have to go see. Carolina drafted a super team. Apparently I should take notes because they won the President's Trophy and they're in the Stanley Cup final. How about that? Where are we? So we actually finished 15th in the league, and we just got completely finessed. No offense. Allegedly. Marner, 84 points. J-Rob, 78. Not even point a game. Horvat had 72. Trocheck, 59 on the second line is decent, but only 18 goals from Eberle. That's unacceptable. Marchment had 45 points with 20 goals. Maybe I should have moved Blake up. He was onto something with our conversation. He had 41 points on the third line. Defensively, we kind of reeked. 35 from Rasmus Anderson, Matheson, and Parayko both had 32, but look at that second pair. Plus 24 and plus 35. You can't even blame Flowers. 70. Oh, wow. He played a lot of games. Either way, 3 shutouts and great stats. Amazing numbers. Tarasov, not so much, but it's not a goaltending problem. We just had no offense. Bucky and Dusty going to lead the league with 43 wins, but Hellebuck did it in 5 less games. 4 shutouts for Wolf, only 2 for Bucky, and 7 for Ottinger. Joshua Norrisy, this is very strange. Had the most points for defensemen with 68. And then Cale Makar had 66. What happened in this simulation? At least somebody went off. Leon Draisaitl, 120. He had 67 goals. Pasta had 66. So the Rocket Richard race came down to the wire. Kyle Connor also had 111. And we have Matthews and Kaprizov. Kirill the Thrill tied with 109. Face-offs 1. Kopitar. I was actually so close to drafting him as well. How about that? And he's sure I almost drafted him. In terms of PIMs, Marcus Foligno, 122. I would have had him if we had the cap space. We didn't. Tanner Jeannot, 110. Maroon, 100. At least we got Olivier here. Carolina, the bunch of jerks, has a prime one right here. The rat. Brad Marchand. Love him, though. Scheifele and Marchessault, first line. McLeod, Zibanejad, and Holloway. What is this offense? How did this team do well? Brodin and Spurgeon playing together. I seriously will never understand this virtual game. Sure, they got Hellebuck, but I mean, come on. Dallas Stars have Overchicken with Leo Carlson and Rust on their first line. Bunting on their second line with Colton and Barbashev. Kreider on the third. Victor Hedman, an absolute stud, playing with Dursey. Their defense is really good. I'll give them that. And they have Jake Ottinger in net. Okay, so 2 amazing goaltenders in the final here. Clearly, it doesn't always work in the way of not needing a goaltender. Let's advance one day at a time to see who wins the Stanley Cup. It is a battle between the Dallas Stars, the Carolina Hurricanes, the 2 rosters that we just viewed, and it is a best of 5 to start off here. Both teams take a game, but Dallas will take the lead. Can Carolina bounce back? They do. A best of 3. Which team will be the first one to be at a very close reach to the Stanley Cup? It is the Carolina Hurricanes. They just need 1 more, but Dallas has the opportunity to push a Game 7. They do just that. I feel like a lot of these actually go to Game 7. Who is going to win the Stanley Cup? It is the Carolina Hurricanes. Coachella Valley going to be the Calder Cup champions. So Carolina won the Presidents and the Stanley Cup. Hellebuck was a brick wall. 932 save percentage, 230 GAA, and 2 shutouts. What an absolute menu. Victor Hedman had 19 points in 26 games. Damon, 16 in 24. Brent the Yeti Burns also had 16. Was also super close to drafting him. He didn't go till round 18, I believe it was. And your Conn Smythe winner. Just kidding, he's not going to get it because his team didn't win the cup. Over Chicken, 34 points and 16 tucks. That's pretty good. Leo Carlson, his line mate, had 32. Mark Scheifele, again, like this should be a hellebuck Conn Smythe, but it won't be. How does Brian Rust have a point a game? I guess when you're playing with Leo and Ovi. Macklin Celebrini went off for the Edmonton Oilers, 24 points in 20 games. He was playing with Brat, I can only imagine, based on the games played. Leon Draisaitl gets the Art, but the Art-Hart combo is not intact because Pasta wins that. James Norris goes to Devon Taves. Very strange to see it not go to either Quinn Hughes or Cale Makar. Kirill the Ill, Lady Bing winner. Celebrini, Calder recipient, no surprises there. Mark Scheifele does get the Conn Smythe. Wall with the Vezina, but Markstrom takes the Jennings home. Siegenthaler awarded the Bill Masterton. Tortellini gets the Jack Adams. Crosby, Sidney the Kidney with the Selke. Pasta will be awarded the Ted Lindsay, and the Rocket Richard, as we saw, went to Leon Draisaitl with 67 goals. And here is your playoff tree that did not include the Montreal Canadiens in a no restrictions draft. Sometimes it just be like that, you know? If you have draft ideas, video ideas in general, go ahead, let me know. And we're trying to get to 60,000, so if you could subscribe, that would be tremendously appreciated. The road to win a Stanley Cup has been long, and we don't know how much further we have to go. But it does not seem like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Maybe it will. You never know. That's the thing. We tried our best, and our best just was not good enough.